everyone, and welcome to World of Darkness news from a very snowy Stockholm. We bring you news about TTRPG releases with the PDF retail dates, as well as some celebratory news about our past releases. Because were one of our games, I'm not going to try to claim this win for my own, but one of our wonderful choice of games got the nomination for the Grand Nebula Award. So let's celebrate that first. Vampire the Masquerade Sins of the Sires got nominated for the Nebula Award in the category Game Writing, next to games like Stray, Elden Ring, and Horizon Forbidden West. So we are super proud of Natalia Fyodoridou and their amazing work on Sins of the Sires. And this game is much different than the previous choice of games titles. We've had a lot of the feedback from the community that they haven't expected exactly, this kind of a game. With a very much of a different twist on the story and how it read the story. But I feel like after all of this time, after the release and the interviews we had with Natalia as well, and like a lot of community feedback and people going through the whole game and looking at the different differences in how they've played the game, there is a lot to uncover in the story, and to see it awarded by the Nebula Awards Association is just amazing. So we're so happy for Vampire the Masquerade Sins of the Sires to be next to such prominent games in the group of finalists, and we cross our fingers for this game to get the award. Possibly this will be absolutely wonderful. And for those of you who want to try it out and who haven't yet explored the modern Greece and modern Athens in Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, then we recommend to check it out on Steam. It is right now 25% off to celebrate the nomination, and you can grab it with a little bit of a discount. And I would love to know more about what you think about Sins of the Sires, especially as time goes by. We do know that the choice of games from Night Road, Out for Blood, Parliament of Knives to Sins of the Sires, all of them give a completely different experience. And with exploring the story from various perspectives and introducing characters in different ways, it is absolutely amazing to see in the end for people who've played all of them to see comparisons and what they love the most about each of them. So if you want to share more of your opinions, feedback, and love, of course, for choice of games titles, then do go to our Discord, discord.gg/World of Darkness, and then you can go to choice of games category where you can discuss all of them. We are super proud of Sins of the Sires for receiving this nomination, and we absolutely love the writing of this one. So to see this awarded is absolutely great. And now let's go on to the TTRPGs. Yesterday, Hunter Draconing Lines Drawn in Blood got the PDF release for people who have pre-ordered the physical version of the book. So for those of you who have pre-ordered the physical first source book for Hunter the Reckoning, Lines Drawn in Blood, you are able to download the PDF right now. You may ask, what about those people who do not want to get the physical edition? Let's say that you are purely digital when it comes to your RPGs and you just want to have your files on your PC and very easily Control F through them, and you don't need the physical edition. Well, then you will be able to get this PDF in 2 weeks from now on I believe March 22nd, so exactly 2 weeks since yesterday. This PDF will be available for the retail general sale on the store, so you'll be able to download it then. But for everyone who pre-ordered, this PDF is free, so if you've pre-ordered the physical edition, you can grab this one for free right now. It's waiting for you in your Renegade account, so feel free to check it out. I've already checked it and I am very much impressed. I have to admit, I haven't actually seen the art contents of the book before, so when I was browsing it yesterday, I was very quickly looking at all of the awesome art and all of the additional things that were added to the book, except for just the text and the illustrations. And I have to say, I'm very impressed by the addition of some additional prompts to help you run these stories. Because what exactly is Lines Drawn in Blood? We've covered this before a bit, but just to give you a little recap, this is a collection of stories which you can run as chronicles at your table, either as a very short chronicles, just one shot or two shots, or combine them together to make a longer chronicle. All of them have a different theme, different antagonists, and will probably scratch a different itch for your players. So it's definitely a group of very diverse stories. And here you can also have, except for the stories themselves, the text and the illustrations, a really nice prompts. This is a little thing that I actually grabbed from the book. This is a map of one of the locations in the game, so you can just put it on the table, show it to your players, and be like, hey, you are in this location. Who is in which room? What are you doing in there? But there's also more. Each of the stories contains, I feel it's called the murder board, but do correct me on that. Basically, it's like a cork board with a lot of the pins and the little connections that give you a very top-down overview of the story, of the connections in the story, which is also very useful to visualize yourself what is exactly the gist of the story and the gist of every single chronicle. So it's actually really fun and very Hunter. For me, Hunter the Reckoning, I know that this might be a cliche, just like, you know, for Vampire the Masquerade, you have the artsy Toreador, etc. But for me, Hunter the Reckoning is not the same Hunter without the murder boards. You gotta have these corkboards with the connection, the investigation, and the heist, which is the final contact with the supernatural. Like that's the Hunter for me. So to see that in the book, visualized in the art form, was actually amazing, and I really enjoyed that. Do let me know if you are going to record or stream any of these stories. I would love to see what you're going to do with it. And of course, do let us know if you are going to run them at any conventions or in local stores. Give us pictures, give us content. We would love to share what you're doing if you are storytelling these stories publicly. And there's also more updates. So with Lions Drawn in Blood release for the pre-ordering folks, 2 weeks after that, it's going to be available in retail sale, and the same is going to happen for the Player's Guide. So for those of you who do not want to pre-order the physical edition of the Player's Guide, as soon as the copy of the PDFs is going to be available for everyone pre-ordering, 2 weeks after that, you will be able to get it from the store yourself. So 2-week period of the wait is going to also happen there, and I hope that you will enjoy that. And also, I just got the confirmation, so that means that the PDF for Player's Guide is going to be available for the general sale for everyone on April 10th. I just got the confirmation right now, so I can let you know. April 10th for the general availability for everyone on the Renegade store. So this is when you'll be able to get the PDF. And yeah, there's more stuff coming for Hunter. There was a lot more announced on the latest stream from Renegade, the Just Wait stream of the Renegade Con series. We've shared some of these before, including the Storyteller screen. So Storyteller screen owners, those of you who pre-ordered the screen, you also can download the PDF with the toolkit right now. So let me know how you enjoyed that. And there's also tokens coming. And also, if you've missed that, there's a really gorgeous character journal. And I wanted to give you a little preview of what is exactly in the character journal for Hunter. Let's check it out. That was a little preview of the character journal from Renegade YouTube channel. So if you want to go back to it and zoom in and see all of these little details, then you can do that on the Renegade channel. And also remember that Vampire character journal is also available, and it is of a very similar quality. It is really cool. I have to admit, my issue with these journals is I have them, but I am actually afraid to fill them in because they're so pretty, and I'm afraid that I'm going to make mistakes, and I have to, like, I'm not very good at scrapbooking and journaling and notebooking, so it is my huge fear that I'm going to actually make mistakes in there. But I really hope that you do not have this fear and you will be able to fill them with your amazing characters. Both Vampire Journal and Hunter Journal are available on Renegade Store, so you can check it out. And now going to video game news, this is something that excites me a lot. It seems like Elysium is getting yet another revamp in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt. For those of you who stuck around with Bloodhunt since the early access and then the early release, you might have noticed that Elysium is getting updates as the story of the game progresses, and you have more additions of the new characters introduced and more things that you can enjoy. Back when the whole game started, the Elysium was quite of a bare land. It was, of course, the haven of the local vampires, the Elysium location of the local vampires, in which people were trying to put in boxes with things. We didn't know what is in boxes. It was like everyone has just moved into this location. And then slowly the boxes unpacked, and now we have a disco, there's a party going on, there's a really cool Nosferatu basement in which there's a lot of computers. It seems like an information center. There's a Bruja bar, there's a Ventru office, which of course looks extremely classy, posh, and over the top. And then you also have now a new addition that is slowly being built. And the only thing we know is that Kirill, one of the characters of Bloodhunt, has ordered a big order of guns and practice dummies. Now, I can speculate because I do not actually know what is going to be added in there, but I do think that this might be something connected with actually practicing your skills in the game, which I gotta say, if they're going to add the practice range, it's going to be absolutely awesome. Mainly because a lot of people still feel a little shaky about training new weapons in game when you are actually facing the other players on the battlefield. So I feel like it's going to be very useful to have this little zone where you can start to train your abilities away from the chaos of the Prague and Inquisition being on you, and Masquerade breaching, and the vampires trying to get some of your blood. So yeah, potential new things in Bloodhunt, which I'm very much looking forward to. And I also would like to thank everyone playing this game. I believe that Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt currently is experiencing the most concurrent players that it had in the past at least few months, at least from autumn last year. So that's actually great. We have so many new players joining. There's a lot of new players playing the game consecutively, and it's with great thanks to Sharkmob, who are updating the game regularly. There's new content drops constantly. You can check out on their social media. They are constantly dropping something new. So yeah, congratulations to Sharkmob, and thanks everyone for playing this game, and thank you for meeting me in the game if you're playing, and withstanding the fact that that's, you know, I sometimes kill a lot of people, and I don't want you to feel bad about that one. But honestly, it's a great game. I've been playing it a lot, and yeah, I hope that we're going to only see it grow and grow. In the meantime, I'm going to check out if Hadi is waiting me in the Vamily Spotlight room, and we're going to go through the community stuff, which we haven't done last week, so I'm very happy to check out what people have been doing right now. Let's see. Hello, Hadi. Are you there?
I get what you said, that you know, you're like, I kill a lot of people in Bloodhunt, but don't take it personal. I'm just really good at it.
No, I mean, because honestly, like, I feel bad whenever we play the game with my team, just because it just feels against my job to kill people in this game. It's like I want to be welcoming, and I want to like make people feel good about playing it, but then, you know, like, honestly, it's not that I'm that good in the game, but it just feels so
It's
bad.
just funny coming from my end, because like you have and so many people invited me to play, and I'm just like, no. I just always say no because I know I'm terrible at it. I just drag everybody down, and I also don't want the burden of people having to carry me.
And that's the thing, like, I feel like it's awesome to see new players in the game, and because of, you know, there's definitely, in all of the games like this, there's a big difference in between pro players or players who play this game a lot and the new players who join in and may struggle. And especially with the kind of like smaller player bases, this problem gets bigger because of the matching you with people who can play much better. So I'm happy that Sharkmob is actually going out of the way to include the new players more. And I feel like the teaser that they shared with the practice stuff is going to like really go in that direction. So I really hope that they're going to help new players more and more.
Long story short, go into Bloodhunt and let Outstar kill you. It's
No.
super fun.
No, kill me. It's more fun this way. All right. Let's start with top left, and may the NAF be with you.
So, anyone who's been on Instagram this past week, of course, there were tons of really cool LARPs going on. As you know, we talked about it. And one of them was Greece of Darkness. There is a ton of pictures of their recent LARP in Greece. And this is just one of many of my favorites. I could have filled the board with them. But this is a Toreador harpy named Gloria and I'm not going to say this right, Mavromixalia. Mavromixali?
I am just in constant awe of the Vamily in Greece, I have to say. Like, we've been seeing them popping on social media with LARP pictures, with meetup pictures.
Like Athens by Night does a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just so gorgeous and so beautiful, and it just makes me want to visit Greece. I've never been there, and I just want to go. And I have to say, this episode is sponsored by Greece. I mean, it's not, but we had Sins of Desire nominated for the award, and now we are talking about Greece.
Yeah. But seriously, go check out the hashtag Greece of Darkness, because there is a ton of really gorgeous, amazing pictures.
A live-action role-playing game network. That's so cool. They have a whole network of role-players.
Yeah. So they don't do just live-action LARPs. They also they run games digitally, and they also do a play-by-post in their server. Cool. They do the whole kit and caboodle. It's amazing.
Oh, damn, Greece. you win on all fronts. Not only
so like, why
awesome.
can't I go to every country and participate in their LARPs?
Yes, exactly. It's just so good. And speaking of LARPs, this is a LARP-sponsored episode, and we have Mirkala Tepes.
So this is a LARP. This is a German LARP. Amelia Louisa von Schwaben, Toreador Elder, Prince of Heidelberg, which is right by where I live, by the way. She's a very religious character from the Dark Ages, which we love a Dark Ages LARP, member of one Holy Roman Emperor's family, and the photographer is Soulcatcher Photography. And how gorgeous is this outfit? I saw it and I immediately wanted to fall over.
It's like, where do people find these outfits? Like, do they sew them themselves? It's so amazing.
I don't know. But I know there are people, because I've watched their TikToks, where they spend months making their own outfits.
Yeah, and also, do you see the background with the huge clan symbols in the back? This is so nice.
Yes. So this is not the only picture of this LARP. Again, if you go on Instagram and search the LARP, you can see it. It's a Heidelberg LARP, so you can see all these different clans. Amazing.
Can you tell us more about Heidelberg? Do you think that Toreador are running the place now? Or?
Oh, Heidelberg, yeah, for sure. It's like a, what do you call, like, old world. Looks very old world, all cobblestones and stuff.
And
looks
now
very German.
We go for a crafty Mirage. Toreador spotting the latest red flag. I am interested.
Crafty Mirage is one of the members of the St. Pete's by Night, which a lot of VTM TikTokers are, which is always fun to watch their TikToks. And they make a lot of them that really make me smile. So it's always hard to pick one. And I, try to be fair and not feature the same person every week, but it's really hard. I want you to know that it's really hard not to feature TikToks every week. I want you to know this.
Let's check it out.
Oh, am I attracted to this? No. Am I? No.
Yeah, sure. It's like, it reminds me of this meme. Do you know this meme when there's the lady, the blonde lady, who's like, maybe, like.
Yeah. when they're trying kombucha, yeah.
Yes. It's definitely that. And also, I have to say, I've been recently going more and more on TikTok. I know it's
I practically live there.
I usually just watch our go on our channel and on our social media and just post there. But I've recently been browsing more, and I have to say my whole TikTok just changed its whole algorithm to feed me only Vamily and Eurovision, and it's absolute amazing.
I've noticed that when I switch over to the Vampire the Masquerade TikTok, I was like, wow, that's a lot of Eurovision. Outstar must have been on here.
What the hell is up with Vamily and Eurovision, folks? It's just I'm trying to find more vampires, and it's Eurovision.
Yeah. It'll change. It always changes.
It's great. I am enjoying it a lot. Yeah, and also great content, folks. TikTokers, from the Vamily VTM talk, you are doing amazing stuff there.
Yes.
And speaking of amazing TikToker, Matthew Webb.
This one is personally just to hurt Jason's feelings. Obviously, it's why I put it up here. The truth hurts sometimes. As his life is good as a Ventru, but it can be better as a
Matthew
Lasombra.
and his hot takes.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is every Lasombra stand's hot take, honestly. It's mine too.
I understand. I feel like the eternal rivalry in between Clan Ventru and Clan Lasombra has to exist forward for eternity because
Well, hold on to that thought because there's going to be another thing here on this board that we're going to talk about in terms of Ventru and Lasombra.
the chat is saying that we are spreading Lasombra propaganda, and Jason is saying that he did not come here to be attacked like this.
Look, Jason's like Lasombra, Ventru is their clan, and for me it's Lasombra. So sorry, that's just the way it's going to be from now until eternity.
I don't know which one is more mine, actually. Like, I don't know which team to take. I feel like I always joke of Lasombras because it's kind of like it's funny to joke of the edgy boys, you know. And I always see Lasombra as the edgy boys, but then again, Ventru are the posh boys. So
Look, Lasombra are everything Ventru are except that we can eat whatever we want.
Wow.
Ouch.
The balloons. Okay. I am just, I want to part this conversation.
But also, your team is Ministry, where you're pitting us against each other. So don't even lie about it.
I'm totally not continuing this conversation, so you can go deeper into accusing the other clan. Totally not me. All right, and now we go to Not a Bumblebee.
A lingering kiss. One of my favorite powers, by the way, is lingering kiss. It's such a I want to use the word subtle, but maybe that's not the word you use to describe it. But it's one of my favorite presence powers because especially in terms of roleplay, it's so good.
I feel like it's very thematic, for vampire in general. And we do know that all of the vampire kisses, unless you were Hecata, are somehow pleasant, because if they weren't, then vampires would be really in trouble, and we wouldn't have vampires prominent. But with lingering kiss, giving that extra oomph to it, it's great. I have to say, one of the most taken powers I've seen comes through. People really like that one. If you have presence, a lot of people take it.
I don't think I've ever had a player that had enough dots and presence who didn't take lingering kiss.
Yeah, Awe, I think, wins with Daunt as much as Daunt is really thematic for some of the characters. Awe is definitely, percentage-wise, more people pick Awe. But lingering kiss is just very popular. A lot of people like it.
If you're gonna go Awe, you're gonna go lingering kiss, you're gonna go enchantment, you're just gonna go that. It's sort of like a tree, right? And you're gonna do that path on the tree.
It's just like people kind of possibly like some romance in their Vampire the Masquerade.
Well, I can't imagine what people like that. Yeah, I can't imagine that.
And let's go on to a completely different sort of a vibe with wonderful Raquel Skellington, professional LARPer. And this is one of the pictures which I could find so far. I'm sure that there's going to be more dropping on the public social media for the last weekend's LARP called Giovanni the Last Supper in the UK, which was, from all the pictures I've seen so far, gorgeous.
Oh my god, gorgeous. So many awesome people went. There's been so many amazing pictures.
Yes, and
I'm in love.
Raquel always delivers when it comes to the outfits, backstory, getting the character completely nailed in all the videos and photos. It's just beautiful, gorgeous. And you can actually check out on Raquel's profile. I haven't added the whole gallery in there, but it's basically like a before and after. So I feel like I'm not really sure who Raquel was playing, but there was a very big change in her character in the duration of the LARP. So you can see her before being very stoic and very calm and collected, and then this vampire form, just amazing, so good.
Frenzy, yes. Of course. And obviously I'm gonna go check it out because I don't think I saw this one yet. But obviously be warned, there's a trigger warning at the top there.
Yes. But I do recommend to check out also other Raquel's character. I had the amazing pleasure of role-playing with Raquel twice already on the LARPs. And I remember the first time I've met Raquel on Night in Question, Raquel was playing a disco vampire. And I'm saying like a classic disco vampire.
Yes. Jason confirmed that Raquel played a non-canonical mortal who was embraced as part of the story.
Oh, there we go. So that's why there was like this before and after. That's so cool. So yeah, so basically there was an embrace going on, and this is obviously post embrace. That's gorgeous.
Follow Raquel on Instagram. You won't regret it. Also follow them on TikTok. You also won't regret it.
Also, just to give you a little bit drop for those of you who do not know much about LARPing, Raquel has a while back given an interview to Antonio Padilla, the big YouTuber, who actually did a video about what is LARPing, and Raquel is one of the video, which I think like it was very insightful, and there's a lot of information for those of you who maybe want to start LARP yourself and do not know how to start. It's a cool video. So yeah, and I recommend to check out our video on YouTube channel, the documentary of the Night in Question, because we have that one too. All right, let's go to Hanazoria.
This is Jenny, one of my Malkavian characters. If you remember, we featured them a couple of weeks ago. They featured a Toreador character, and they have a bunch of clans that they draw, and each one is extraordinarily unique. And this one, it just feels very Malkavian, feels like some sort of inner turmoil, a compulsion of some kind. Plus, the bird skull necklace is the best ever.
Absolutely gorgeous. I have to say, my very first thought after I saw this one was, this is Billie Eilish vibe.
Yeah.
Very Billie Eilish, which is great.
Yeah.
I love that vibe. And the whole pose with the hands on the face is beautiful. Near to lipstick, just what a gorgeous piece. Such a beautiful one.
Always in awe of the talent of the family, consistently.
And we have some more. There's a duet.
With your buddy Andy Crimson.
Yes, Andy and who is the other?
Sire for Hire.
Sire for Hire. Oh, that's the name. I thought that was the name of the video. Okay, that's a really cool nickname, by the way. Check it out.
The plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan. The plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
I have to say, this is like literally all of the Finblood Anarch experiences I've ever had.
Yep. This is all the Anarch experiences I've ever had.
There is such a chaos involved with Finbloods every single time. Even when you have the least chaotic Finbloods, there's always chaos going.
As someone running a Finblood Chronicle can confirm.
Big greetings to the fellow Finbloods I roleplay with. I do roleplay a very chaotic Finblood in the play-by post, and it just like there's always some wild stuff happening.
Yeah, like it's wild is the correct term for that.
Wild, just absolutely wild, and we love them for it. I cannot wait for Blood Sigil's book to get more of that wilderness released in the public.
Get the grabby hands for that one.
Yes. And then we have Saint Narcisse, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Nicole, if only there was someone out there who loved you. Shameful display, truly. Now, this is a drawing of Camarilla, La Sombra, and a Ventrue. The Ventrue is on the left, the La Sombra is on the right. And so this is sort of a different take of the La Sombra versus Ventrue, where they're actually friends, but they're sort of like frenemies, right? Yeah. Where they're mocking each other, but clearly they're either friends or they're in a coterie or there's some sort of allyship or whatever. And this reminds me of my very first time playing Vampire the Masquerade. I played a La Sombra and Josh played a Ventrue, and we were frenemies. We were constantly snipping at each other, sarcastic with each other, picking on each other. And I think it embodies the perfect Ventrue La Sombra relationship.
This is so good. And also, like, I have to say, the character on the right, it looks a little bit like they're drunk on whatever they're drinking, which, like, this is a cool question for everyone out there, because we do know, of course, that by the book, in Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition, your vampire can get intoxicated by drinking the blood which is infused with a certain drug or alcohol, right? So basically, this is how it works. I found it very common for people to use a theme either in their role-playing chronicles or especially in play-by post when you have some events, that there was infused, like magically infused blood by the Tremere served on Camarilla parties, or so you can basically still enjoy a drink when you're a vampire. And like the play-by post which I play on has even a mechanic that every time you consume such a blood magic infused drink, you have to roll stamina plus composure, and when you fail at
I
some
love that.
point, you actually get drunk and you embarrass yourself in front of the
I love
like,
that. That seems like a
court.
perfect thing for your character to have to deal with on a constant basis.
Yeah. I found this often to be used. I wonder if other people also see that, but I do see that people like this theme. It's really fun. Also very terrifying. Drunk vampire, run.
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
yeah.
Also, last time I'm gonna harp on the Elysium Venture point. I just have one more point to make.
Yeah.
In New York by Night, no spoilers. Season 2, I think the Venture and La Sombra, I think Coco and Kalida's characters perfectly portray what a La Sombra Venture relationship is.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's if you haven't watched it, you should watch it, and I think it's perfect the way it's done.
For more of that love in between La Sombra and Ventru, the hate love or love hate, do
Yeah.
check out New York by Night. And we do have a comment from the chat which I want to read out. Oh my god, they were coterie mates. True.
It's always that way.
And now we have Reddit and Alba Linz. LNZ. Yeah.
I made my players a drawing of their coterie. They're about to finish the campaign. Can you spot all 4 clan symbols? And I want you to try and spot all 4 clans. There's 5 of them, so 2 of them share the same clan.
Okay.
Go for it.
We have Tremere for sure.
The two Tremere in the back. Very good.
Yeah, we have Gagro. We
now it gets a little harder. You can zoom in. It should zoom in good for you because I uploaded a high res video. Photo.
I am doing it. Oh, Malkavian. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
We have
Got one more.
Malkavian. We have what is the this is K-Diff. There we go.
There you go. You got them
I
all.
found them. Yay.
Record time. I thought that would be fun for you.
That's so cool. I like those little games. Give me more games.
I'll try and find more games for you to play during Vamily Spotlight.
This is such a nice like way to give back to your players and what you're playing. Like it's lovely. I remember the first time I got into V5. It was actually you know, someone reached out to me and they were like, you know what, like I would love you to play in my campaign, and if you could, like, could I commission you to draw the characters for it? And initially I was like, yeah, sure, like that, of course. Like back in the days I was working as a graphic designer and I would love to commission, but then like once I got into the Chronicle, I actually started drawing them and I was like, don't pay me, I just want to draw. I just want to draw them. Can I draw more? It's so nice. It's such a good way to give back to people, I think.
Yeah. If I had the talent, I would draw all the players that I've had, but I don't have any talent. So
you do have wonderful writing talent, I feel, and the storytelling talent. And you as a storyteller and writer, you really also like give a lot to players already. So
I couldn't draw my way out of a paper bag though, so there's that.
I'm sure that your Blood on the Grand Strands players and your Film Blood campaign players would be very grateful of those stick figures.
That's what I'll do. That's what I'll give them. They'll love it.
Yeah. All right. Il Maria RT.
I don't think I need to say anything about this. I had to put this up here. I don't think any words are needed here. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think they are. I just want to say enjoy.
Yeah, this is a gift. This is a gift from Ilmari Art.
I
enjoy it.
I have to say I'm kind of into the fact that his hands are bigger than his head.
Yep. Me too. I was thinking the same thing, but I wasn't gonna see. That's why I said there's no words needed, because then I'll embarrass myself.
I do see hearts in chat as we're showing this, so just enjoy. Do a screen cap if you want to. Go visit Il Maria Art on RT on Il Mari Art on Tumblr, and enjoy.
Yep, enjoy.
Speaking of enjoyment, I think someone is really enjoying their time here.
Neon Jess, who we featured many times, they do the drawing of the Embrace, which I don't know, it gives such this sort of, 80s, 90s vibe to it. Like, it looks like it should be on the cover of a comic book. Yeah. So I'm absolutely in love.
The pop of colors, the little like sign in the back with ink. I love it. It's so good. And the splatter of blood everywhere, which is kind of like, you don't know if it's freckles or blood. It could be both. It's so good. Beautiful. The makeup. And the fierce face. Is that a Bruja? It has to be.
It feels like a Bruja, right?
That's the thing. Like I keep on thinking about it. We do not have a forced fashion style on any clan. Like any clan could dress anyway, but it's always like punk, Bruja, big
Yeah.
hats, Malkavian, coats, Tremere,
Yep.
like every single time.
I don't
Uh,
know. I just I get the Bruja vibe. It's in the eyes.
yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. And let's go to LA by night and New York by night. Jason's tweet. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so of course I had to share this, and then I went and found the original alignment chart, which there are more. This is only one out of the four. But Jason says, Vamily Tumblr knows what's up. New York by night, truths courtesy of Electric Fiend and to the Auspix-eyed neurological. So the family has to decide whether these are true or not. I think these are absolutely true.
I do think so. Yes.
I think
Absolutely.
Ray. I think Ray is also a smartass. So I think Ray would sort of have to be in the middle of himbo and smartass. I think it's both.
Can you be? Yeah, I guess you can be.
Braun
both
also a
himbo and-
himbo. Braun also a himbo. Also.
Yeah,
So,
it's
like, both.
true.
Both.
That's true, but he's like a disaster himbo.
Yeah.
Disaster himbo is a thing. So I would definitely put him like here. But it's a great chart, and also New York by Night season 3 is coming. We'll let you know when, but it's coming.
So
Just wanna,
excited.
let people know. I've seen people on Discord talking about it today. They were like,
Yeah, so
"When
did
is
I."
it coming?"
Yeah. So did I.
Electric Fiend, thank you so much
Mhm.
for making this one. Do make the one.
They have a bunch too. They have some really funny ones of like different characters and like their Tumblr hashtags. There's a
Yeah.
whole bunch. It's really funny.
I feel like doing this for characters I play with. I'm like, do it for your Chronicles. It's so fun. Right.
Yeah, I had someone do that for one of my chronicles actually, and I was so shocked to see it on Twitter. So
Yeah, and you also said that it was very on point, right?
it was very accurate, incredibly accurate. Yeah.
And then we go for Fair Kaylee Narts.
hmm The time for ignorance is over. It's time to be afraid. Fiona was one of my fave tertiary antagonists in the series. I found her fascinating. I'm so excited to see more of her in New York by Night. And that's a little bit of a spoiler, but if you know, you know. Don't have to say anything more about it. And super excited.
Such a good
I
quote.
love Fiona.
Yeah, a really, really menacing aura from this picture. Very like, oh, just like you know that you don't want to cross this character. It's
Oh
going
no,
to be
you didn't
bloody.
want to. Yeah, Fiona. Fiona's like one of those characters that like you just can't kill. Like they always seem to find their way out of it, even when captured by the Second Inquisition in LA by Night. So you definitely don't want to mess with them.
And you know that if someone can weasel themselves out of the Second Inquisition grasp, then you shouldn't really like
Yeah.
like cross them. That's the
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Amazing. And now we go for last but not least a beautiful work from
Mhm.
Lucy.
Yep, Deviant Piper. Again, we featured many times. They love doing art of Suzanne and Vannevar Thomas from LA by Night. And of course, they had to do one of their Mad Prince. And I don't know necessarily, I imagine this is supposed to be a representation of how they were feeling when they were under a compulsion by Therese. But I just think it's so pretty. It's so
Yes.
pretty.
It's so pretty. I see this on a like tarot card. No, like
Oh,
for me, this speaks.
Totally. That's
Like-
totally what I see now.
Yeah, like I would love to see like a card deck with this. It's beautiful.
Okay, wait, LA by Night card deck.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that'd be so good.
New York by Night
Oh.
tarot card decks. Someone write that down.
Yeah, write it down. We need that. Ah, it's beautiful, gorgeous.
Along with the Kadir body pillow, of course. We need that
Yes,
too.
I am actually low-key mad. I know I do work for World of Darkness, but how have I not made
do?
that happen yet? Like imagine me actually working for World of Darkness and for years now and not doing that just yet. Like I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
I should be.
As someone who works with you, I'm a little ashamed of you too. I'm kidding.
I know. I let you all down. No, we need to definitely fix that one. We definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this beautiful board of love and horrors, Harry.
Mhm.
And I will see you not next week, but we'll be doing that again for sure next time we meet. And yeah, let's check out more what Vamily is doing, folks. You have more time now, so if you are posting or doing any of the art, photography, stories, then just tag them. Hadi will tell you how.
Yeah, tag them Vamily, Vampire the Masquerade, tag the Vampire the Masquerade account on Instagram, tag the World of Darkness account on Twitter, anywhere where our socials are, tag, mention, whatever, we'll find it.
Yes. And in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me, Hadi. That was a pleasure to have you here, and I will see you next.
Okay, bye.
And that'll be it for today, everyone. For those of you who are watching us on the stream, on the YouTube, sorry, for those of you who are here on the stream, then I welcome you for a little Q&A in the end, as usual. I will see you not in next week, but in more than that, we'll let you know when we'll be back with the what news next time.